Hi, this is Mike with AME International, and this is your Maintenance Minute. What we have here today, I'd like to talk about our AME 11076 Bead Breaker. A couple of quick tips to keep the tool in good working order and in service. There's a little set screw that goes right here in the jaw, and it holds this cross pin. That is very important to make sure that this is tight. It takes a 4mm Allen head, and you just want to make sure that get it started, snug it down. There shouldn't be any, once you have it tightened down, you should not be able to move the cross pin side to side. This is what the cross pin looks like here. As you can see, it's thinner on the ends, which lock into the channels, and it has a thicker part in the middle, which is what the set screw grabs onto. This fits perfectly in between the channels here, which have your adjustment slots. So this should have very little back and forth wiggle and fit nice and snug in the channels there once this is tightened down properly. What will happen is this set screw can come loose just from the force of the bead breaker usage. It's aluminum, the set screw is steel, and as it's coming down, if it has any wiggle, it can come off to the side, and actually with the hydraulic force will torque or bend or move the jaw, and you can actually damage either the channels that the pin locks into, and then it will not securely lock into whatever size rim you're working on for the channels here, or it can actually do damage to the body of the bead breaker. Both things are not repairable, and the body would need to be replaced, or the whole bead breaker itself. This is a bead breaker where the pin came loose, and the technician used it. It came at an angle, and as you can see, it broke off and damaged your channels here and the pieces that hold it together. No longer usable. Once that happens, not repairable. Another common thing to check for, down here on your clamping feet, there are 2 bolts. It is a size 6mm socket head. You want to make sure that both of these are nice and tight so that the feet can't spin and that there's no wiggle to them. If those come loose and it's not clamped tightly around the threading on the bottom, when you get the hydraulic force pushing on this, it can actually pull out, damage, and remove the threading on the bead breaker. And again, that'll have the same effect as up here. That's the main part of the body of the bead breaker. Not repairable. We can't rethread that. It holds up to 11 tons of hydraulic force. I do have an example to show you what that looks like also. As you can see here from this body, all of your threading is smoothed out, pulled off, and you can see it's angled to the front. And then if you look at the back, the threads are still pretty good condition, but you can see there's an angle, and that's just the direction that the hydraulics push down and the bead breaker, and it causes it to pull and pull the threading off. So if you just make sure those 2 bolts are tight and check your cross pin bolt, you should have many, many years of usage and reliability out of the AME 11076. And this has been your Maintenance Minute. If you have any questions, please email us anytime at repairs@ameintl.net. If you like this video, please click like below and subscribe to our channel, and see you with our next Maintenance Minute.